How many times have you promised yourself to start a new habit? Exercising, reading, waking up early, only to lose all motivation after just a few days? I've been there too, until I finally understood the real reason why people give up so easily. In today's video, we'll explore how to start a new habit without superhuman willpower, without pressure, and most importantly, without the fear of quitting halfway again. Before we begin, if you're interested in the journey of self-development, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because I'll be sharing more challenges and strategies to help you transform your life starting from the smallest habits. Part 1. Understanding why we often give up. Most of us don't fail because we lack motivation. We fail because we expect too much too soon. We want to change our entire lives in just a few days. From someone who's never exercised to someone running 5 kilometers every morning, from a chronic procrastinator to a productivity master. But when our body gets tired and our mind feels drained, we assume we lack willpower. In reality, the problem lies in how we start. The human brain resists sudden change. When you force it to adapt too quickly, it pushes back, trying to pull you back into your comfort zone. This phenomenon is known in psychology as ego depletion, the exhaustion of willpower. You spend too much mental energy in the beginning, causing yourself to burn out and give up early. Remember, willpower is not infinite. Every time you push yourself too far out of your comfort zone, that mental reserve gets depleted. So the key isn't to try harder, but to start smarter. Instead of jumping straight into big goals, break them down into steps so small that failure becomes impossible. If you want to start running, just put on your workout clothes and step outside. If you want to start reading, begin with 2 pages a day. Once you build that small momentum, your brain gradually accepts the new habit without resistance. The secret of people who successfully maintain habits isn't that they have stronger willpower, it's that they know how to make starting feel easier every single day. Part 2. Start small. The 2-minute rule. One of the biggest mistakes people make when starting a new habit is believing they have to do a lot right from the beginning. But the truth is, starting small is the only way to make lasting change. Remember the 2-minute rule. If the habit you want to start feels overwhelming, shrink it down to just the first 2 minutes. It might sound almost laughably simple, but it works. Because the goal in the beginning isn't to be good at it, it's simply to show up. Once you start, momentum naturally takes over. For example, want to read more? Just open the book and read the first page. Want to exercise? Just put on your workout clothes and warm up for 2 minutes. Want to meditate? Sit still for 2 minutes and focus on your breath. You might think, what can 2 minutes possibly do? But this is where behavior activation begins. The moment you take action, no matter how small, you're sending a signal to your brain, I'm the kind of person who keeps promises to myself. And that tiny signal builds far stronger motivation than any grand intention. As James Clear wrote in Atomic Habits, you can't improve 1% every day if you don't show up. What matters isn't how long you do something. It's about keeping the chain of small wins unbroken. 2 minutes today becomes 5 tomorrow, then 10, and soon the habit feels completely natural. Remember, no step is too small because every time you start, you're planting the seed for real change. Part 3. Attach new habits to old ones. Habit stacking. One of the most effective ways to build lasting habits is through habit stacking, linking a new habit to an existing one. Instead of waiting for the perfect time to start, you simply add a small action to something you already do every day. This way, your brain doesn't feel forced or overwhelmed. It's just extending an existing routine, not learning something completely new. The rule is simple. After current habit, I will new habit. Examples. After I brush my teeth, I will drink a glass of water to wake up my body. After I make my morning coffee, I will write down 3 things I'm grateful for. After I turn on my computer for work, I will take 3 deep breaths to center myself. After I finish dinner, I will walk for 10 minutes to help digestion. With this approach, you don't have to rely on willpower to remember your new habit, because your old habit automatically triggers it. The brain loves patterns, and when a new action becomes part of a familiar sequence, it accepts it effortlessly without resistance. For instance, if you make coffee every morning, writing down 3 things you're grateful for right afterward will soon become a natural part of your morning ritual. Within a few weeks, you'll do it automatically. No reminders, no struggle. Habit stacking is all about tricking your brain with consistency. Instead of forcing motivation every day, you build upon behaviors you already have. And when these small habits start stacking up, they create a powerful domino effect, turning tiny daily actions into meaningful transformation. Part 4. Design a supportive environment. Make actions feel natural. Most people believe that willpower is the key to maintaining habits. But in reality, willpower alone is never strong enough to fight against the wrong environment. If your phone is always within reach, you'll scroll instead of read. If your fridge is full of sweets, eating healthy becomes nearly impossible. So, instead of relying purely on mental strength, use the power of environment. Here's the rule, Bedfall. When you want to do something more often, make it easier to start. When you want to stop a bad habit, make it harder to do. Practical examples. Want to read more? Place a book on your desk or next to your bed. When it's in sight, your brain gets a visual cue to act. Want to exercise in the morning? Lay out your workout clothes and shoes the night before. When you wake up, there's no decision to make. Just get dressed and move. Want to eat healthier? Remove snacks and soda from view and replace them with fruit, nuts, or water. Want to reduce phone use? Leave your phone in another room while you work or sleep. Behavioral scientist James Clear once said, "Environment beats willpower." You might wake up full of determination, but if your environment stays the same, that motivation will fade by evening. So, before forcing yourself to be more disciplined, start by designing your surroundings in a way that supports the behavior you want. When your environment makes the right actions easy and natural, you don't have to fight yourself every day. You simply let your surroundings guide you toward better habits. Part 5. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. One of the biggest reasons people give up halfway is because they expect perfection. Miss a single day, and they start blaming themselves. "I've ruined it already, no point continuing." And just like that, the cycle of quitting begins. But the truth is, nobody is perfect. Even the most disciplined people in the world have lazy days, tired days, or days when they just don't feel like it. The only difference is, they come back sooner. Remember the golden rule, missing one day is okay. Just don't miss 2 days in a row. If you fall off today, treat it as a short break and simply come back tomorrow. That's how you keep your habit chain alive, and that's what truly matters in the long run. Here's a great reminder. Steve Jobs once said, "Persistence is what separates the successful from the rest." It's not because they're smarter. It's because they show up every day, no matter how they feel. Big results never come from one massive action, but from small actions repeated long enough. Think of it like planting a seed. On day 1, nothing happens. By day 10, still nothing. But if you keep watering it every day, 1 month later, it sprouts. And a year later, it becomes a strong tree. Habits work the same way. They don't transform you in a day, but they will transform you in a year. So don't chase perfection. Chase consistency. And even an imperfect day is better than no day at all. As long as you keep going, one small step at a time, you'll be amazed at how far you've come. Finally, conclusion and lessons learned. After everything, I realized this. To start a new habit, you don't need unbreakable willpower or explosive motivation. You just need to understand how you work. Don't try to change everything in one day. Start small, just enough so you don't feel afraid to begin. Attach your new habit to an existing one so your brain feels familiar and comfortable. Design your environment so that doing the right thing becomes easy and doing the wrong thing becomes hard. And most importantly, forgive yourself when you slip. A single step back doesn't erase your journey, as long as you come back soon. I've learned that real strength doesn't come from perfection. It comes from consistency. Small habits, when repeated every day, slowly shape a better version of you, naturally and sustainably. Let me end with the quote I always remind myself of. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be more consistent than you were yesterday. Starting tomorrow, choose one small habit to begin. Write in the comments, the habit I'll start is. And if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. It really motivates me to keep creating more content that helps you grow every single day.